Heroes, an intense scrimmage with members of Elmswain's Guard Corps tested the battle prowess of the party. Aided by Fossion's rage-fueled endurance, Morlow's ability to mow through enemies, and Emma's creative use of silent image, and despite Petra's narcolepsy, the party emerged victorious and won the job of escorting a caravan to Bright Hollow. An advance of 10 gold pieces was paid to anyone who wanted it. The kobolds took a fierce interest in Emma, while their master, the dragonborn, Kuiper, had a sudden epiphany as if he seemed to recognize Fossion. You hear the gravel crunch under Kuiper's feet as the dragonborn strides swiftly up to Fossion, looking him in the eyes and says, Fossion, is that you? No, it couldn't be. I'm sorry, friend. You remind me of someone that I haven't seen in a long time.
Well, my name's Foss, and my family name's Jan, so I guess I'm Foss Jan.
The Dragonborn's eyes just go wide, and a huge grin splits his snout, and he just puts his hands up on your shoulders, and he says, "Oh, I can't believe it's you. You probably don't even remember me. You were no bigger than my little ones here when I left the Shadowlands. I knew your father, Foss.
I'm sorry.
Years ago." Oh, you have his sense of humor. What brings you all the way out here?
I was told to go to a Grimlock and seek out a Cooper.
Well, whoever told you to find a Cooper, you've found one. That's my profession here.
Oh, well, I thought his name was Cooper. Well, it's nice to meet you. Again?
Yes, it's been... Good Lord, how old are you now?
I don't know.
It was at least 20 years ago if it was a day. I remember when all of the young Dragonborn came together to bring their eggs forward for hatching, and I remember you stumbling out and screaming like we'd woken you from a nap too early. Always full of spirit you are. So, what can I do for you, Foss?
I'm honestly unsure of what I'm supposed to do. I guess, what do you need?
Well, I'm fairly well set. You've certainly earned your position with the escorting the caravan. But I need nothing. I'm doing quite well. How is your family?
Well, not well.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that.
Circumstances happened, and I look around at everybody and just kind of, I don't want to talk about it right now.
I understand. And he puts a hand up on your shoulder and he squeezes it. And there's this moment where you look into his eyes and there's like this dawning comprehension. And then he sneezes. And he says, let's catch up later. I would like to hear more about this when you feel like sharing. I feel that you were in the middle of a difficult journey. I would like to help you if I could. But all of you did fantastically well. Well done, everyone.
Thank you so much. I trained them well.
You certainly did.
I'm still just playing with the kobolds.
Yep. And they are just kind of tugging at your hair and like looking you over. One of them reaches up and tries to like get your dark shard amulet between its talons, and the other one like slaps its hand away. And like they're like chittering at each other. Foss, you being the only one here who understands Draconic, they're basically just bickering at each other like young siblings do.
Can I go apologize to the person I killed?
Sure. Trying to remember who that would have been. Her, right there. Yep.
I'm sorry you didn't stay dead.
So while all of this conversation is going on, you walk up to the lieutenant. She's kind of cleaning herself up a little bit.
Hey, sorry about back there.
She just
I guess I got caught up in the moment.
She just kind of looks down where there's like a blood stain on her shirt, but like where underneath her the bottom of her breastplate, there's like a rip in the shirt where the blade went in, but it's just fresh skin under that now that's been healed, and she just is no harm done, I guess. You got a mean streak.
I warned him.
Shut up, Petra, you were asleep.
I warned you not to kill her. I wasn't asleep for that part. But yeah, I feel
I'm
really
pretty sure
well rested.
you were probably on the ground at that point.
But I could still hear you. I know you were still screwing up. I don't have to be awake to know that.
Whatever. Okay.
And I wink at the guard.
Lowell Morngrim, the human priest who had been leading this entire thing with the Dragonborn at this point, is just kind of going around making sure everybody is okay. All right, so Fossion is kind of alienating himself.
Yeah, he just kind of walks away after being reminded of his family.
Yep. Understood. So a moment passes. Is there anything else anybody else wants to do? And the Dragonborn just
Can I open the chest?
You can try.
Okay.
So you walk up to the chest. It is unlocked. You flip it open. It's full of lead bars to weigh it down.
Awesome. Awesome. Worth it.
Wait, hold on. Fossion was just toting around several lead bars and swinging them about.
Yeah. 110
He hit
pounds
someone with
worth
that chest.
of 110 pounds worth of lead bars.
Oh boy.
Yep. All right.
Boss needs to get him a maul.
He has one.
That is my weapon. A maul.
You should you should close the chest and lock it and tie it to your maul.
It's a handmade maul. It's just a big boulder tied on the end of a stick.
God.
Simple yet effective.
Make the chest your new maul.
All right. So, Kuiper, Lowell Morngrim is going around checking on the various Guards Corps watchmen and officers that you guys bested in this audition. Kuiper, at this point, divvies out the 10 gold to whoever is taking it, and signs the contracts, gives you guys the details. The caravan is going to be leaving Saturday morning. You are to escort the caravan the entire way from Elmswain to Bright Hollow. It is about a 4 or 5 day journey, depending on what kind of weather that you guys run into. Once the goods have been delivered to Bright Hollow, you will be paid the remainder of the 50 gold, so either 50 or 40, depending on whether you took the advance, minus any expenses that are accrued by damage or loss of property, up to and including the full amount. So if you lose the caravan and you took the advance, you would be expected to pay them the 10 gold piece back. But as long as it goes as long as the shipment gets to Bright Hollow in one piece. 40 or 50 gold pieces paid out upon it. It is currently Wednesday, so you have a few days to kill until that happens. So Kuiper fills out the paperwork, has everyone sign, agreeing to the employment. And you are, unless anybody else has any business there, escorted out of the Sprouted Bounty Mill House and back into Brewer's End in Elmswain.
I wanted to say when I sign it
Mhm.
that you might want to hold on to that signature because someday it's going to be worth a lot of money. And I wink. And then I sashay away.
Sachet.
He just kind of nods and smiles.
Sachet.
I get this nod and smiling a lot, yeah.
Okay.
Out of
As-
game, I think we need to like mark down our agenda because Petra's got something she's got to be back for. Then we've agreed to go and like do something with this tower. And then is there anything else everybody else has agreed to?
How much? Yeah, how many days do we got before we head out?
It's Wednesday and we leave Saturday.
Yep. It is currently Wednesday afternoon. You leave Saturday morning.
I think
You have a magical calendar.
I think the only thing on party calendar before we leave is the tower thing. That's it.
Okay.
I think
And then
Petra's thing was
And
later on.
keeping
Out of
April
game.
an eye
1st.
on,
Yeah.
keeping an eye out for the goblin with a wand of purple heart.
yes, always doing that.
Nice. Okay. Well, it is Wednesday afternoon. It is a bright and sunny afternoon, pleasantly warm. Brewer's End is bustling with business as people run back and forth on errands or carting in grain into the mill house or from the milled grain from the mill house to the various breweries. The city is yours for the rest of the day. You don't have any other engagements for today unless you want to set out for the tower. So what would you guys like to do?
Couch. Dominique had it.
I say we head toward the tower and camp on the road.
Felix is already
I'd
gone.
say, oh, Felix has already gone to the tower?
So you guys look around and just notice that Felix is no longer with you as you're standing outside of the Sprouted Bounty.
Rude.
We need to put bells on people.
I do like bells.
Partner.
Jim Natari has a high enough passive perception that you would be able to spot him. He is just walking away back toward the bridge that goes back over into Old Town, because that is the only way to get out of town.
I just mentioned to the rest of the group that perception.
Okay. So yeah, Natari points out, he's like, oh, there he is. And you kind of see him walking away.
I start heading toward him, I guess.
I
Okay.
skip over to him.
Anybody not following?
Where are they going?
They're following after Felix.
The cat's going, so I guess I'll follow my bad influence.
You have to skip though.
I walk.
Aw.
All right. Felix, roll me a perception check.
All right. Oh, fiddlies. God. I did the half screen thing and it screws up the entire formatting of the website. So there we go. That's how you do these things. I feel like Jim using technology.
Good thing it's not a video game.
Are you using Edge?
Is Scott not coming? Oh wait,
No, he's
I'm
using
blind.
Internet Explorer still.
Explorer.
Objection. Wouldn't it be?
Correction,
You
he's
guys
still on dial-up.
Overruled.
He's still on dial-up.
No,
Easy.
he's upgraded to Microsoft Edge.
Oh,
Are you plugged into an Ethernet right now?
tell me, Jim, how is it using AOL still?
You've
Jim.
got mail.
I'm sorry.
That was
They're giving
so
you hell.
ruthless. It was like
All
30 seconds of just shitting on Jim.
Like a shitstorm.
I'm
We
sorry,
love you, Jim. We love you.
You're amazing. I just realized that was just a complete group effort.
When it rains, it pours, I guess.
Sorry,
Uh,
Jim.
You're great.
We'd say the same thing to Shannon, but right now he holds all our lives in his
Yeah.
hands. So
You can't kill us, so
Don't be afraid of him.
Okay, yeah, with a roll of 20, you notice that they are pursuing. Are you trying to keep your distance, or are you going to let them catch up?
I'll let him catch up. Yeah.
Okay, so the party kind of
And-
reconvenes around
loudly singing. And
Felix, who at this point you guys have made it across the bridge and are in the market square. So you guys are, well, okay, let's just do this. You guys catch up to Felix.
Oh, genius and articulate leader. Where are we going next?
That's it. I swear to the Almighty, I will strike you down if you do not shut your God-forbidden mouth.
Oh my
Hey.
goodness. It's a shame you're not
Swear-
cuter when you're
I
angry.
do.
Please don't swear.
This is kind of, I kind of like this.
Your distance from me, you absolute hypocritical
I can't-
piece
oh,
of
no.
trash.
Is he censoring himself?
Is he
I
in
can't hear
character?
anything now.
If you couldn't tell, Felix is angry.
I think your audio cut out for a second.
Oh, there. Is it back?
Can't hear anything.
No.
Well, I can hear you.
Foss is just confused. Looking around like, why is he so angry?
Aaron, can you hear? I think we have lost Aaron's audio.
Oh.
Now it could be a good time to talk about Erin so she can't hear us.
Yeah,
See it on the
we
recording.
lost Aaron.
She probably cast a spell and now she can't hear.
Well, I mean, I still see her, but I don't think she's
I know.
hearing us.
She fell
looks in
asleep
deep
again.
Thought. So let's type to her. Are you there?
Are you sleeping?
Nope, she's gone.
Well, I guess
Felix, you didn't have to be that mean.
Yeah, Felix. Goodness.
Really ripped into that pussy.
Oh,
Really?
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Whoa.
Drink you
Yeah.
another one, Jim. Drink you another one.
You deserved every second of that 30-second drubbing you got just a minute ago.
Did you see?
And this is the
his
episode where
face?
Natari dies.
Hey, she's back.
Hey, it's bitch pudding.
Oh my god, I couldn't
Bitch
hear you guys
pudding.
for like a good 3 minutes.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
Oh,
right.
you'll hear it on the video.
What's that?
Just wait till you hear what Jim said.
I didn't catch anything from after Felix responded to I wish you were cuter when you were angry.
I'll go back and bleep
I
out
didn't
what
hear
Jim
anything
Thank you.
after that. I'm really, really sad about it because I know it was good.
So
I
the
couldn't
last
hear any of you.
the last thing you would catch is Felix says, "For the love of all things dear, sweet, and holy, keep your distance from me, you absolute hypocrite."
Okay, apparently he needs some time to cool off. I turn and say to
No,
him,
I'll tell you
Xander
what I need
fully
right now.
breaks.
I need you to sit down for a second and figure out what in God's green earth gives you the right to consider everyone else pompous when we've done nothing to really give you any sort of ammunition against us. What on earth have I done? Let me finish. What on earth have I done to make you think that I think I'm better than everyone else? What on earth have I done to make you think that I am some self-important, self-appointed knight or king? What have I done to give you such an impression? Is it my accent? Is it my upbringing? So shame on my parents for raising me right? For giving me their values? What is it that makes you think you have any room to talk? When
"Oh,
you
sweetie."
are the one, oh, wait a second. When you're the one going around claiming dominion over us. We've known you for 3 days. So tell me, what smart ass remark do you have to save yourself now?
Sweetie, you know I'm not serious when I fuck with you. Yes, I make fun of you, but I make fun of everybody.
Natari,
It's nothing
What do we have?
personal.
Jim.
Did we lose Jim?
I'm here.
Oh,
Jim.
he's back. Okay.
At this point, you
Shit,
glance
I don't know.
over, and Xanthion is on the brink of hyperventilating.
Right, Xanadu? He knows what I'm saying. I make fun of everybody. It's my defense mechanism.
Well,
Give him mouth to mouth. No.
Please give him
If you
mouth to
do
mouth.
Xan-
Out of
Oh,
game,
God.
please.
If you do,
Please give
Xanthion
him
is
mouth to
fully
mouth.
slapping you across the face
well, this just got weird.
Roll a
with a
medicine
short sword.
check.
Roll what?
Medicine check.
Me. Okay.
Is
What,
this
more mouth to
turtle
mouth?
trying to
You
get
give
mouth
me
to mouth?
to mouth.
How is this? This
Xanthion
tur-
Ends up
stabbing
biting his
me.
whole head off instead.
This- the turtle doesn't have lips. He would have to unhinge his jaw to get his mouth around him.
It's like watching a turtle at the zoo.
Oh.
eat fruit.
Yeah. Yeah. Not a particularly high DC. He's on the verge of a panic attack. Like something about this interaction between Petra and Felix is just making him exceptionally nervous.
I
Like
turn to
about his
Xanadu
sleeve.
and I say, "It's okay, sweetie. Mommy and Daddy are done fighting. You can calm down now." And I sit him down and I pat him on his little dummy head.
Do you
Can I roll
purr?
medicine?
Wow.
Can I roll medicine? to
Xanthion
try
sits
and
there
alleviate
expressionless.
this?
There's nothing going on.
No,
around
with
him.
that
He's
I
included-
comprehending
squeeze
Included
his
in that medicine
cheeks
check.
between my little paws and shake his head and I
Calming him
say,
down.
"You're okay."
Oh, so Jim
Nah.
got him calmed down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Logan, Xanthion stands there, and Natari puts his hands on the pressure points at the base of the neck, and just kind of starts doing some guided breathing to bring you down in your stress level.
Align your chakras. So,
I go over and squeeze his cute little face, put his little cheeks between my
Don't touch
paws,
me.
and just
This is
"It's
not
gonna
the
be
time.
fine."
This is not the time.
so
Gonna be
I
fine.
go up to Xanthion. Xanthion, I am sorry. I did not mean for you to get caught in the crossfire. Petra, I am sorry for my outburst, but in the future, please.
Don't
Sarcasm
use the
is
P word.
What?
Don't use the P word.
No, Jim already did.
Oh, that P word. I was not thinking like that at all. I was like,
No,
what?
no. She's talking about pompous.
Thank
Oh.
you.
No, with that understanding, like I said, we've known each other 3 days. Sarcasm
Well, I'm a
is either
pirate.
a born with, or you gain through acquaintance.
Or
No.
you have to grow up around a bunch of men on a pirate ship, and that's your only defense mechanism being a woman. So.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Mhm.
Or a sword.
Okay. What?
So, what?
Or a sword.
A sword?
Who
Well,
said
I mean
that?
that too.
Yes.
Did Logan? Xanthion, you can't stab everything. You stab
You
your
Track
can,
record
but
begs to
there's also-
differ on that, actually.
You
I beg to
can, but there are going to be
differ.
different consequences.
I've killed 2 people in the last week.
Okay, that's nothing.
Two
to brag
people who
about.
didn't deserve it.
Okay, that's nothing to brag about. Anyone can listen here, little man. Anyone can kill
Okay, the old
anyone.
lady-
That's an easy thing. You can
Ambushed
kill
us.
anyone. Anyone can kill anyone. That's nothing to sneeze at. That's not what you should be bragging about. Because anyone can do that.
True. Enough pressure.
It's only for
power.
defense.
Except bitch pudding because
The old lady ambushed us in my defense.
Ambushed us. She was hiding behind a wall.
Hey, Scott. Is
Is
Morlo just kind of standing back, wondering how he got?
You
in?
have to control your trigger finger.
Marlo's standing back with the glaive upturned and the head is just kind of resting on it. Waiting. I'm a tour.
Anybody else want to weigh in?
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. I'll stop killing as many people.
Can we get
We're
a-
not making
I mean,
any
At
let's
least
start
a
with-
10% reduction. in
At
fatality.
least.
That
Yeah.
sounds
I'm going to
bad.
bargain like 50%. And I use persuasion.
I can't go lower. I can't go any more than 20.
Can I persuade him to go lower?
I don't really allow persuasion checks across party members. You actually would have to roll
Damn.
that out.
Damn. Okay. Okay,
We're just
fine.
going back to the Grizzled Grimlock. and talk stuff out? Like our plan for going to the towers? We haven't really discussed that yet.
Yes. Aaron, did you get the whisper that I sent you in the chat?
Oh. Oh,
Did now?
yeah. Yes, I just read it. Yeah. I shake your hand. Was I supposed to whisper back?
No. I just
okay.
didn't know if you saw it or not.
Yes.
Um,
Thank you.
The only plan that we've kind of come up with is, well, kind of sending in the big guy and shadowing him. And
That's
running
me,
in.
right?
Yes, it's you.
Okay. I thought so. I'm tracking with you.
So send in the big guy. We shadow him, and hopefully this, well, Petra, what's a good word to call somebody who lives out in the middle of nowhere and is kind of a nerd?
Hillbilly?
Hillbilly. We'll call him a hillbilly.
Okay.
So this random hillbilly hopefully doesn't see us, and then we keep tabs on Foss, and then we run into something bad goes on.
I feel like he's not out there by himself.
Oh, is there a hillbilly cult?
We don't know how long that ad's been up in the.
Just remember,
On the
if we
board.
hear banjos, we run.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeehaw.
somebody has to run backwards, okay? Just laying that point
I
out
can do
there.
that. Yee!
I don't think yee is the proper response to any of this.
Yee! No, I yell it.
Whisper.
And I whip out
Good job.
a banjo and start plunking away.
Do you really have a banjo?
No.
Oh, I was just like, 'cause that's one of the weapons. That's one of the instruments you can get.
That'd be a great weapon too, though.
Patrick just pulled out a banjo in the middle of our travels
Ding,
and
ding, 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 ding.
run away.
Okay, so
Run.
Xantheon has recommended going back to the Grizzled Grimlock. Is that the plan of attack here, or what are we doing?
I need a drink or
I think we
eight.
all- I
Who's
think we all
buying
need
me one? Or go.
Screw it, I'll buy you one.
Aw, thanks, buddy.
Do we
I
know
skip
how long
ahead.
that ad was on the board? Because
Hey,
what if he has like a big group of people?
okay, hold on.
I don't think we figured out how long the ad was on the board, but this has been going on long enough for the Reeve, the bailiff, and the captain of the guard to sit us down to talk about it. So probably anywhere from like 2 weeks to 3 or maybe a month.
The fucking orcs took her! And I start walking.
Whoa, what? What happened?
Xantheon has another panic attack.
And then Fascion screams that and just starts walking away.
Petra's tail goes completely stiff. Like, what the
Yep.
fuck?
And it was loud, like top of his lungs loud.
Let me know if I see an orc ever.
Okay, will do. Will do.
What direction does
Can I follow
Fascion go off
Foss?
in?
Ben, what
I
direction
don't
are you
think we
heading
should
off
leave
in?
him by himself.
I'm following Foss.
Okay. All right, so he is heading past the Grizzled Grimlock and up into northern Haymarket district.
Foss, you okay?
Everybody's following, or is anybody staying behind?
I'm
I'm
following.
following.
In game, I second that question.
Because that scared Logan.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, so now if Natari can do some guided breathing as you walk, if you want to get you calmed back down, that's up to you.
Yeah.
Just imagine,
Yeah, I'll follow.
like he's got a couple of muscle behind him, pushing a cart, and he's like doing yoga on the cart as we go through town.
Jody is particularly tickled at the thought of in-game mental first aid.
Oh my god.
Mental health is important no matter what.
Logan would like you to know that mental health is important even for imaginary characters.
We've listened to the Daily Wellness Podcast, a lot of Deepak Chopra,
Okay.
do a lot of guided breathing.
Boss, roll me a perception check. Yeah, you notice them catching up around you, and Emma is leading the charge. Are you letting them catch up? Wow, I feel like I've asked that a lot already this session.
I breathe. I slow down. I turn around, and I wait for Emma.
Roll me a wisdom saving throw. What's up, Dean? So far, it is. As you turn around and see a child walking toward you with large, concerned eyes, you are absolutely overwhelmed with emotion. And you just feel that part of you that you constantly have to keep up and on guard just to keep it all held together, just fractures. And you are overcome with a wave of sorrow and guilt. How you react to that is entirely up to you.
Is this anything to do with my face stuff or him just bottling up emotions?
You don't know. Roll an insight check.
Where's that button? There it is.
You have no idea.
Wow. Can I roll an insight
Adults
check?
are scary.
Show me where I'm at on the map.
Is that a no?
You would have made it right around, probably right around here by the time they caught up to you, because you were in the market square.
Okay.
Stop
Anybody
skipping
who wants
behind.
in on an insight check, go ahead and just drop one in to the chat.
Mm.
Nope.
Well, there's
Yes!
Aaron
Yes! Yes!
and Jim.
Woo!
Can you whisper to two people at the same time?
No, just
I don't-
one. That's the crappy thing.
Okay.
Well, actually, try doing the /W name and then try adding another /W. That might do it.
I
Nope,
drop
doesn't
to
work.
my knees and just start crying.
I look over to Petra.
Mommy and Daddy fought, and now the whole family's falling apart.
Okay.
I skip ahead.
Oh my god. I just shot tea out my nose.
Be right back.
An emergency.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. Ugh.
And it's a great way for the caffeine to get right in your bloodstream.
My eyes
And
are
now
clear.
you're really in character. You look like you're crying. I'm sorry.
Mommy and Daddy were fighting, and now the whole team fell apart. Oh. And once Emma gets close, I just hug her.
Aaron, check the chat.
I'm just a confused small child.
We know.
In the game too.
Oh yeah, the game. That's what I was
You
talking
say, oof.
about.
Oh. I don't really care if we're airing right now. So I'm at my girlfriend's house right now. Okay. And I just realized there is something that she has that's very small, but you guys would love it.
Oh, Jesus. Do I want to see it?
It's very
Yes, you
small,
love
and
it.
she has it. Very small.
He says this at every date. I wouldn't do it.
Jim, check the chat.
Okay. So
You didn't hear
I'll
that.
hold it close to the screen.
Oh crap. Yep.
You
I
It's
knew-
Voldemort.
It's a
It's
Trump.
Voldemort.
It's a Trump Voldemort
It's a
pin.
Voldemort.
Oh my!
Trumpamort.
Oh, shit.
I figured you
Oh.
would all appreciate that.
Wow.
That is the ugliest thing I've ever seen, but I love it.
I mean,
It's
before
great.
beforehand.
Strangely enough, that's kind of an improvement over the real thing.
The nose makes a huge difference.
That's what
Jim,
she said.
Jim, did you hear me tell you to check the chat?
No.
Okay. Alright.
I skip ahead to him and I put my paw on his shoulder and I say, I know that look, friend. I've made that look many, many times. If you ever need to talk, I'll listen, and if not, let's just go get a pint or a bucket in your case.
Take a deep breath and stand up.
Okay.
That won't be necessary. Oh,
You mean not the bucket?
we're on a clock. We need to do things, and it's a day ride south, right?
Yeah,
Well, I
something like
say,
that.
all right. This is where I say yes. We have stuff to do, but everyone but the kid gets a drink. So
Okay, so we'll get him to
So-
go then.
yes, fuck it. We go to the Grizzle Grimlock. We get some brews and we have some road sodas.
Can I have one?
Yeah.
Roadie
juice?
sodies.
Roadie sodies. We go.
Roadie sodies.
Can I have orange
Xanthia
juice?
doesn't drink, so Emma doesn't feel left out.
All right. So one more. Okay. Yeah, one more for Falcion. He needs more.
I'm not good when I'm drunk. Trust me.
Oh, he
Enough.
said nothing about getting drunk. Just
Is
to take
anyone?
the edge off.
Well, I'm great all the time, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I disagree.
Everyone Hey!
Oh.
Nugget, I thought you were on my side. Wow. Ow. Okay,
It's
so
like-
everyone's just gonna
He
hurt Petra
literally
today.
calls you his bad influence.
Today is just like a let's roast every one of us in the party day.
I know. I'm
Like-
kind of loving it.
Like
actually.
that moment.
That's
Are you cooking in the heat, Shannon?
That's the bonding of role playing, though.
Yes.
I mean, it has to happen at some point.
No, like the scene when Emma goes, when are you ever great? Or like, no, you're never great. It's just like that scene in Star Wars where Obi-Wan's trying to find the planet and then the kid says the obvious answer and Yoda's like, the mind of a child.
Be right back.
All right, so you guys head back to the Grizzled Grimlock. At this point, it's maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 2:30. The lunch rush is just starting to lighten up a little bit. The common room is kind of emptying back down to a normal amount of people. You see Faisal running around, just kind of wiping down tables and collecting tabs and settling up people's bills and cleaning the place up. And some of the other servants that he has come in for to help with the lunch rush are doing the same. Doesn't really notice you guys come in, but you are back at the Grizzled Grimlock. What would you like to do?
Drink. Shots.
How
shots,
many
shots,
of us-
shots, shots, shots.
Yeah, guys, quick round. Faust is obviously with us, right? Just double check.
Yeah,
Make sure
yeah.
I'm not an idiot. Okay.
Yeah.
So Faust is with us. Xanthion said he's not drinking. Morlo, you drinking?
Yes.
Okay. Natari, are you drinking? All right. And Petra, you and I definitely are drinking. So that's
Sorry.
4.
I want an orange juice.
Hell yeah.
We'll get you an orange juice. How about a mimosa? Anyway, sorry. I go up to the table and so I get, I buy the first round of roadie sodies for everybody.
Okay.
So I think
Sounds good.
that's what
I
two,
leave-
two for Foss, and then one for everybody else.
Okay. Are you doing ale or are you doing aquavita?
Fuck it, let's be ritzy. Aquavita.
Okay. So it is 2 silver per person per drink, and then that's 4 silver for Foss. 4 silver for Foss, and then
2 for me, 2 for Petra.
2 Petra, 2 Morlo. Did Natari say?
How much
yes
is
or
an
no?
orange juice?
Natari's not drinking. And then I'm gonna get a juice for Emma.
Yeah, we'll say 1 gold, 1 silver. We'll get everything covered.
Okay. So I put down 2 gold and just tell him to break the second gold.
And
I give him 3 extra and say, this is for the cups that we're stealing right now and taking with us.
Fair enough. So how'd it go today, guys?
Oops.
Not bad.
Good. Good. Well, so you got the job?
Hell yeah, we did. We dazzled and amazed.
Of course.
Nice.
Hey,
I killed
Shannon,
someone.
Yeah, what's
Just quick
Christian?
question. So it would leave me with 8 silver, correct?
up? 1 gold, 1 silver would be.
Oh, 1 silver. Okay, so 9 silver. Okay.
Yeah, 9 silver.
So many
Alright, thanks,
people
sir.
grabbed my chest. It was amazing.
Faisal just kind of like spills a little bit of aquavita on the counter as you say that, and he's like, "Okay,
It was quite a show.
fantastic." Well, I'm glad that it worked out for you guys. So, when do you leave?
Saturday
I wasn't
morning.
listening to those details. Somebody else who's
Saturday.
Saturday.
Oh, are you gonna need rooms until then?
I think
Yeah.
Want us to get a room? Wink.
I think we're supposed to go
Petra.
south.
What Xana do?
Is this
Oh,
drink
yeah.
for
No,
me?
do we?
Bright Hollow's north. What do you need to go south for?
There's
We have a little side quest.
there's an individual in the woods who's caught the attention of some folks that we need to look at.
You guys are gone peeking around the job board like I suggested. Well, that's good.
Thank you very much for the advice.
Oh yeah, no
It proved
problem.
most advantageous, as Felix would probably say.
Not very
I probably would,
profitable.
That's more accurate, yes.
So, wait, will you guys be staying, or are you settling up?
You guys want to stay?
We're,
I think you should stay.
I think we should leave. We don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, it's a day's ride south, so it'll be another day back and a day to do what we
That's how
gotta
long
do
we
while
need
we're
to
down
be.
there.
And right as you say that, you feel a tug on your sleeve, Foss.
Look over at it.
It's Emma.
No, I tugged on Xanthion.
Oh, sorry. I'm an idiot. I can't read. Reading is fundamental. Xanthion, you feel a tug on your sleeve and look and see Emma.
Okay.
You're coming with me.
Okay.
Emma, manners.
I gotta go to the
Someone give her a
alchemist.
drink.
Bye.
I gotta go to the alchemist. You're
Do you
coming
still
with
want
me.
your? Or did, okay. I follow Emma wherever she takes me.
I start headed towards the alchemist shop.
Salvage?
Yeah.
Where- Okay. That's on the way out of town as you head south, just so you know.
Aren't you even okay? Well, I guess. All right, roadie sodies, everybody, let's go. The child is the leader apparently now. This family is all topsy
Better
turvy.
than
I don't
you.
even know what to think anymore.
Sounds
Okay,
like
well-
a natural family.
Well, just for clarity's sake, as all of this is going on, like basically, Faisal is now at this point asking if you guys need to settle out your tab and like go fetch your belongings from your room before you leave town.
I will toss him. I will toss him 5 gold and tell him to do whatever he wants with my stuff because I don't have any stuff. It's all on my body.
Got it.
But I give him 5 gold for the rest of the rooms.
Oh,
Does
okay.
that cover it?
Oh yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. One room is 5 silver a night.
Alrighty, there you go. I toss him 5 gold. We'll be back probably for it later. Let's go, everybody.
Thank you, Petra.
Safe journeys, friends.
Cheers.
Just
As
kinda-
Emma's dragging me out the door, I yell, "Thanks, Petra."
Yeah. Cheers.
All right. So everybody's had a pause that refreshes and heads south through Elmswain. So Emma leading Xanthion by the sleeve. Everybody else bringing up the rear, I assume. Oh,
Yes.
Sorry, yeah, Emma leading Xanthion. You guys all behind.
I'm gonna skip next to Emma.
I'm standing next to Foss.
Keeping an eye for a wagon that might be heading that way that could hold us all.
Um,
Ask
based.
Emma where we're going.
Okay.
We're going to the alchemist.
Why?
Well, you didn't give us time to pay for our stuff, Nugget. Come on.
Why not? Why didn't you?
We did,
Well,
but
then
you gotta.
good.
You can't just run out on people before you pay for things.
I just did.
Unless no, you.
I didn't get anything.
You
so
said
Get out
stealing
without
was
getting caught.
fine.
Well, I mean,
No,
technically, you can do all of that. It's just some people
You can't
frown
get
upon it.
caught though. They clearly
Yeah.
saw you. That's the thing. If you get
I-
caught, then it's not fine.
I just have
Okay.
to say, in real life, Isaac has a cat named Nugget, and that now that a cat is naming Isaac Nugget, it's amazing. I love it.
It's like it's come full circle.
Circle of life.
Be right back.
I want to go get the cat, but he's an outside cat.
Was that Addie that was barking?
Oh, I have 4 at my house. I have a big house. To be
Go
fair,
figure.
like
dogs
each one
and
could
a
have
cat.
their own room, kind of like Freddie Mercury.
The player that has 4 cats chose to be a cat person. Oh my god. Have you seen the new source book that came out for D&D 5e?
No, but I have
There is
ordered it.
there is a new race
I saw it on
Called-
Facebook. Yeah.
called the it's
The
Leah
lion
something.
people?
They're lion people.
Ooh,
Oh,
That's
they bad.
dope.
That's
I don't
so
know. I'm
cool.
more excited for the satyrs.
Yeah, the satyrs are fun.
Ooh.
But now, like, you can be a centaur, a minotaur, satyr, the lion people.
Oh my god, that's so exciting.
Are the lion
yeah.
people the same from 3
Uh,
to where they got magical powers built into them or something?
I think Sans magic.
Oh, okay.
I'd have to go back in and double check. I mean, Shannon's not at the stable, so I'm gonna do it right now. So, did you get the physical copy then, Ben?
No, right now I've just got the digital. I'm going to get the physical as soon as I make it back over to the thing. The comic
Okay.
book shop.
Leonin, that's what their name is.
Leonin?
Leonin, yep. Leo N-I-N.
I love lions.
It's called
Here.
immersion.
That's super cool. I was gonna be part of a D&D group that had that took place in Hyrule, and the classes and races were like Zoras, Gorons, Dekus,
That'd be cool.
Greedo, yeah, Kokiri. I never got to be a part of it because I was doing a show
Oh,
and it was always on a rehearsal night. But I'm
Ben-
really sad I missed it.
We might have to revisit that one day.
Ben, I just looked at it. The Leonin, the Leonin don't have the magic like the lion folk in 3 did.
Okay. So you guys make your way south with Emma leading the way back to the salvage apothecary. Where Xanthion, where you were just a little bit earlier this morning, actually. Are you just walking right in, Emma?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you?
All right. So you
Um,
walk in and
You have so much hair.
Huh?
This is
Impressive.
you have so much hair. This is the first time I've seen you without like the black background.
Where's he going?
It's amazing though, really.
Nugget.
Headbangers unite.
I want to meet Nugget. I'm so excited.
Yeah. I step into the shop, and I look for the lady,
yeah, she's in there. You see her right at her workbench as you
and
walk in
I
on the
just
far
look
side
up
of the
at her,
apothecary.
and I need alchemist supplies.
Oh, okay.
We're probably going to lose him because he's connected to Wi-Fi and he's going so far away from the house.
I
And-
think we've already lost him. He's
And
frozen.
where it's
Oh,
We
no.
have 100%
What a
lost him.
majestic pose, though.
I'm going to screenshot this.
That's amazing.
Everybody recreate that pose whenever he logs back on.
No,
Oh my
So
gosh.
beautiful.
Uh,
Hey, he's back. All right. So,
Oh,
Nugget!
look at the little nugs.
It is a nugget.
Oh my god.
Petra.
so funny.
That's how I imagine Petra.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Are you crying?
No!
No, you're crying.
Kitty!
I'm not crying. You're crying.
No, Petra's
It's
crying! That's such a pretty cat.
It's
though.
called really good method acting, Ben. Come on.
Somebody threw it out a car and we found it. A brand new
Oh my
little
God.
kitten.
Oh my
It-
Oh my
Lord.
god!
its
People are
bottom
worse.
jaw was broke. We nursed it back to
Oh.
health, and
Oh.
he's good now. It's just he doesn't know how to be a cat, and he keeps getting his ass kicked by other cats.
Nice.
This is my new hero.
How
Oh
old,
my
how old
god.
is Nugget?
This is like the mascot of 2020.
We found him on Halloween, and we found him while I was DMing Strahd, and
There's nothing else.
and I was trying to actually name it Strahd, but Isaac wanted Nugget, so its name for the longest time was Strahd von Nugget. So
Strahd von Nugget.
Yes.
This is the
Nougat.
most perfect
Nougat.
story I've ever heard.
Oh,
You gotta
wow.
have the accent.
Everything about this story is just 10 out of 10.
I know.
Need to be
I'm actually
music.
excited that I got to witness this. This is kind of amazing.
All right.
Okay.
We still playing D&D, guys? I thought we were just playing for cats.
What an
I have a
episode.
pen. I have a pen.
I had a dog a second ago.
You're going to tell us a touching story about how somebody threw
I
that
have a
pin out of the
match.
moving car window.
I just like how Logan comes in. I had a dog a second ago.
Okay. So,
Isaac, get
He
your
doesn't
ass
like me
back in the
ever,
house.
Except for when he's...
all right.
Why? I like
So-
it out here.
Okay.
So you say you need alchemist supplies. Okay. And Ellie says, "Oh, okay. I can definitely do that."
Oh, how
okay,
much-
yeah.
how much-
Why do you need alchemist supplies?
For
Well,
alchemy.
I would assume to do alchemy, silly.
I don't know why I asked. I asked and answered.
Yeah.
That was Ellie
we-
who said that, by the way.
Are we in the room at this point?
It's a small apothecary, but yeah, you guys could all cram in there if you want.
All right.
Follow-up question. What are you planning to do with the alchemy supplies?
Well, I was gonna make you some acid that you could put on the tip of your arrows.
Oh, I thought we were going a whole different route with that.
This kid is morbid.
I can get my dead bodies in.
This is not our child. Just saying.
Definitely adopted.
So she
100%.
looks at you
For
and
so many of the reasons.
well, I mean, a basic supply of alchemy tools would set you back about 50 gold.
You're gonna sell acid to a child?
Well,
No,
would,
I'm just going to sell her the
You're not
things
gonna-
that she uses to make acid.
You're not gonna card her or something?
Damn
There's no
semantics.
age limit.
this 10-year-old child reaches into a little sack and pulls out this blue-green gem, and is like, "Is this enough?"
Don't. Oh, good God.
And
How much is-
she puts her hand out.
I smack her hand down. I smack her with my paw. No, I can. How much is it? I'll cover it. Don't
50,
you dare.
50 gold.
Oh, Felix,
She won't cover it.
I have 6.
If you
I
had
will
asked
give you
me,
6 gold.
So she
It's
just
worth
punches
$100.
her
Ship in, everybody.
palm out.
it's worth $100.
That's to you
I have
again,
$1.
Emma.
I am not paying for this child to make acid.
I don't want her to use that gem.
Whoa.
Can't take that.
Well, hang on, everyone. Hold on. Can I see the gem real quick?
Ugh.
Can I cast detect magic on the gem?
Is it okay
Sure.
if I try to appraise or find out what the gem is?
You can roll
Would that be a nature
an investigation check.
investigation? Okay.
You don't have any tool proficiencies, do you?
Which ones are you?
I
Let's
mean,
see.
to appraise a gem, really like a jeweler's kit.
No, I don't have a jeweler's kit now.
Emma, is that Isaac? Is that gem magical?
No.
Okay. Logan, you cast detect magic. There are magical auras around you, but then as you focus in to see the aura, you see the auras around the various potions that you have, some of the items you have, the aura that's around the dark shard amulet that's around Emma's neck, but the gem in her hand is not glowing.
There we go. Now it's working.
Okay.
Don't pay with that, Emma. Put that away.
Did it?
All
You
right.
need
Yeah, I
to keep
saw it.
that. You need to keep that. That's important.
Where did you get that?
Don't worry about answering it. Just put it away. We'll get it. We'll pay
Don't
for
worry
it,
about
right,
it. That's
guys?
a very important question.
We'll talk about it later. Let's just get it and get out of here.
What about this one? And she takes out another one that's white and translucent.
No. Put them all away. You're
Hey,
not paying for
Shannon,
anything.
is that one magical?
Yeah. What's up, Logan?
Is that one magical?
No, it is not.
I
No, it is
smack her other hand with my
Anything in
paw.
that pouch magical?
It won't hurt because it's the pad of my paw.
No. No.
Yeah.
So did I figure out what gem that was, Shannon?
What kind of a gem is that? Was that the moonstone?
The white one's the moonstone.
Why one is the moonstone? So is that the?
It's the one with the weird name.
Oh, is that Lapis Lazuli?
Nope. It is
No.
a chrysoprase. It is a chrysoprase gemstone.
Okay.
Polished but not cut, mundane. And you would estimate it's worth to be about 50 gold pieces. Nothing particularly remarkable about it other than just watching a 10-year-old girl pull a 50 gold piece gem out of her satchel.
I smack it back in there as quick as I can so that lady can't see it. I smack her in. I say, "Stop doing that!"
What?
Hey, Shannon, is there any particular magical item giving off a stronger aura than the rest?
Okay, can I cast Distort Value?
Can I investigate for that?
Ooh.
Well, actually, the strongest magical aura would probably be coming from the Dark Shard Amulet, I would imagine, because I think everything else that you guys have on you that's magical is a potion or a scroll, which are consumable items. So those do not radiate as strong of a magical aura. So yeah, we'll say the strongest aura is coming from the Dark Shard Amulet.
Oh,
So at this point, Ellie just looks like completely like discombobulated by this entire thing, and she's just like, do we?
They won't let me pay you.
Hold on, I have the money. Can I cast Distort Value on my 6
oh my
gold
gosh.
while I reach in my pocket?
And you tip that over to your. Can you tip the text of the spell over so I can see what it does?
Yeah. If I cast it at 2nd level.
Intelligence check against your spell safety save. I would imagine you would be able to. Yeah, I do.
You could make the 5 of the gold look like platinum.
Yeah, that would work.
That's what I want to do. I just want to like pay for it and get out with the 5.
It says it's on an object, no more than 1 foot on the side. But I mean, yeah, you could turn one of the gold pieces into a gemstone.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Did
Okay.
it cast it in there?
Mark off your spell slot for that. Yes, it did.
Okay. 2nd level.
Verbal components are.
I'd like access to 2nd level spells.
Level up.
I'm trying to.
Okay, let me get the right page up.
I guess it doesn't matter what level I cast it. Can I just do level 1?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I just mark off a 1st level spell slot.
Okie doke.
Okay, so. Alright. What is your spell save DC?
She's gonna get us killed.
Oh god. Oh no. Where is it?
Guys, we're all in range of fireball, right?
Oh god.
Keep in mind you're trying to
find that?
wizard.
That's on my character sheet, right?
Yeah, it should be on your spells page.
Yeah. It's up top next to all the tags.
Oh, 13.
Okay. She passes. So you give her this. You hand over a gold piece that is
She's a wizard.
Oh wait, no.
that is made
she
to look
passes.
like a gemstone.
Mhm.
And she looks it up, and then she just kind of looks from it up to you. Really?
This is all I have. Everybody else chip in. I try to cover. And like, come on, everybody. I told her we'd all pay for it.
Come on,
Okay.
little girl. Open that purse back up.
Okay, I
No,
offer
not you. Don't make her child pay for something. Come on, friends. She's a kid. That's all she
Guys.
has.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Do
Hey,
you,
just so you know, we're gonna do something.
do you, she looks over at Felix and she says, is this the way that all of you tend to do business?
Yeah,
You
all
just-
the time.
Jen,
Never gets anything done.
we're kind of taken aback
Well, I
by
tend
the
to
fact
kill
that at
people,
11.
but, like, that's a different thing.
Santheon! Let me talk. Generally, we're not accustomed to 11-year-olds pulling out gemstones from their pockets.
Please, we don't want her to pay for it. That's all.
Well, I can appreciate that. So let's
Perfectly fine with her
talk.
paying
I owe you guys. You guys helped, and she points over to you, Scott, and you, Jim, and she points out to you guys and says, "I owe you guys. You
Oh my
have
god,
done
that's right.
a wonderful service." And you see her reach into her pouch and she pulls out a pearl, and she looks up at you, Jim, and she says to Natari, "I don't know what you did, but they found my pearl and they brought it back this morning. So thank you so much."
That was me. I totally forgot about that.
Well, thank you so much. It's
You're so
greatly
welcome.
appreciated.
I'm so glad you got it back.
Is it possible to get a discount then?
That's what I'm saying. Do you?
I'm
tell you
sorry.
what, do you
It's
still
the way I was
have-
raised.
Oh, that's all right. Don't worry about it. Don't go trying to pass illusory coins though. The captain's not going to take kindly to that.
Generally,
Right.
it's generally not a good idea to try to fool a diviner with magic.
Oh, Felix, I
Well,
get it.
that's
Thank
true.
you.
Just saying.
Yeah, I know I'm
Um,
not smart, okay?
Oh, no, not like that.
Tell you what,
That.
Xanthion, do you still have one of the 2 healing potions I gave you earlier?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got the pearl back because I was an idiot. So
Tell you what, how about you give me one of those back? I will give you a set of alchemist supplies, no charge. We'll just call it square.
Can I kiss you? I want to kiss you. Zantac.
She gives you like a
What?
poke on the peck on the cheek, and it's kind of like your whiskers really tickle.
I get that a lot.
All right.
Before we leave, Ellie, could you help me? I'm looking to do some studying in the. Oh, 1 second. Is it possible to have a tome to sort of learn the basics of alchemy?
I don't have anything for beginners, but I could. I'm sure that I could help you find something in the Lyceum.
Sure.
Hey,
Yes. When we come back, yes, I'd be more than happy to take care
Oh,
of
are you
that.
leaving?
We are going south.
Just for a few days.
Just
Oh,
yes.
Okay, sure.
And actually, wait a second. Guys, listen.
Whoa.
Hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out.
I'm going wild now.
We have a divine. Oh, sorry. I thought Isaac was trying to stop me. I was like, hey, hear me out.
What do you want?
We have a diviner in our midst, and we have no idea about this place that we're going. So maybe we could all chip in and get a little bit of help from Ellie. What do you all say?
What?
Yeah,
What
like
kind
I
of help?
said, have 6 gold. So that's there you go.
Xanthion
6
has
gold.
25 gold.
Proportional help. Proportional help.
Hey,
Apparently, Emma
I had to
has a
mute you.
bag completely full of gemstones. So
Keep
I
that
had to mute
back
you,
shut,
and you're
little
really
lady.
messing the stream up. So
So,
I put my claw
it's
up.
okay.
Ellie, I fill her in on the details. Basically, strange tower in the south. Zombies.
I thought we
popping
weren't
up.
supposed to talk about this stuff.
To hell with the guards. Anyway, so strange. Oh,
That's fair.
You killed them, so who cares?
oh, it was Isaac. I was like, who'd we lose? So strange tower in the south. Zombies popping up. Notice on the board for participants in experiments who must be able to withstand high amounts of pain. And out of game question, did we get the name of the fella who lived there?
You did not.
Okay, so
Of course.
first off, before we discuss anything about divining, have you heard of anything about this? More the tower and the mysterious figure than the zombies.
No, nothing rings a bell about it. What would you want me to divine?
Well, divining might not be the proper word. Scrying would actually be the better word.
That's beyond my capabilities, unfortunately.
Is there
But I mean,
anyone in
you
town?
are divine.
Wait, can you find people?
I mostly find things that people have lost. I've never tried looking for a person before.
Can you try?
I'll
We're
study.
getting sidetracked.
I'll see if I can figure it out. Come talk to me when you get back. I'll see what I can figure out for you.
We spent a really good time.
Is there anyone in
Take it
town who could possibly scry?
That's pretty advanced magic. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head.
All right.
Hmm.
Well, if that's the
Maybe you
case,
can
then.
work on it with a partner or something.
Well,
Sorry, I can't be more help.
Do you know anything about our tiefling friend and his capabilities?
Oh, you mean Locacious? He might be able to. I'm not really entirely certain what he's able to do. I mean, it's worth a shot.
So, what was the name of his establishment again?
The House of Ill Decision.
So I turned to the group. Has anyone been to the House of Ill Decision, other than me?
Me. I jump
Thank
up and
heaven.
down.
Thank
It was
heaven.
so great. I loved it there.
So you know Locacious.
Oh, of course I
And
do.
Foss, Foss is not there. Never mind. Okay.
Okay. Well, I think it would be a benefit to the group if we tried to figure out if he could give us a little bit of foreknowledge before we go foraying into the wilderness.
I think he'll give me a little something. Wink.
And I
Not
look
pretty
back at Petra. I look back at Petra and go,
Standing right here
Yeah,
all
probably.
of the time.
All right, so let's go.
so
Did I get my
tatty bye, Annie.
supplies?
Tatty bye. Thank you. And
Thank
So
you,
did you
Ellie.
guys-
I'll take it from here.
Well,
and I will
actually,
get Ellie.
Emma has one of the healing potions, and all that Ellie said is that if she gets a healing potion back, she'll replace it with a set of alchemist supplies.
I had
Oh, I already
the
put mine.
Kyoto's
I already
ointment.
removed mine.
That's what I was saying. So, you already drank yours? Is that what you said?
No, I already removed. No, I just took mine out.
Oh, so you just handed out. So yeah,
Put
you
it-
have you can mark down
Yeah.
that you have alchemist supplies, Emma.
Okay, grooving.
I still have my potion of heal giant strength. I'll be good.
Ezra says, I like that. Groovin'. Yeah, that sounds cool.
Not when you say it.
Hey!
Xantheon wants to go find Foss.
I do one of those little like cat spit things and I'm like,
Roll me an investigation check.
Big money, big money, big money.
and stop.
It's gonna be not good.
So that'll take you a while.
Okay. Yep.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
Well, Petra and I are gonna head to. Sorry, the soda hit. Petra and I are gonna head to the
Skipping.
house of ill decision.
Okay.
Skipping.
She's skipping. I'm walking.
Okay, so as you guys exit Xantheon, we'll say you've been outside for a few minutes at this point. We can say that you escaped out as soon as you handed over the
supplies.
the healing potion. Wait a minute. Okay, Ben, where is Fossion going? When you say back to, do you mean back to salvage, or do you mean
Back to the south gate to wait for everybody for whenever they decide that they're done in town.
Got it. Okay, cool. So you guys, Xantheon, you eventually do find him. There is no gate. This is not a walled city.
Gotcha.
It's just Rybok Way leads out of town past the dormitorium, but that's kind of where you could just hang out. And that's actually right next door to salvage. So Xantheon, you eventually find Fossion just kind of down the road a piece, right at the edge of town.
Have we lost Erin? Oh, she's back. Okay. You froze for a sec.
Just to clarify, by this point, it is about probably pushing about 3 or 3:30. And they said it was half a day's journey south. So you guys are about pushing the limit right now of when you would have to leave and have any chance of getting there before nightfall. You don't have to, though, because you've got the rooms at the Grizzled Grimlock if you just want to stay there tonight and head out at first light. I'm letting you guys know that you're pushing not having to travel through darkness to get there at this point.
I want to go.
I turned to Petra. Who's all with the group going to the House of Ill Decision?
I'm not there.
I mean, we could just say that this discussion is happening as you guys have made up your mind to go there, because this is a concern. That would be a concern about whether or not there would be enough time to do that.
I think rushing to the south right now would be a mistake. If anything, even if Lakexus can't help us, I think it would help us if we arrive in the wee hours of the morning when people are less likely to see us. Plus, we have Petra, who can get herself out of situations, and we have Xantheon, who's rather stealthy in the woods.
Can I go outside of the city?
Not to the tower, Emma.
Not to the tower. I want to go outside the city.
Take someone with you.
Where?
Someone wants to go outside the city, take Xantheon with her.
Xantheon!
Hey,
Xanadu!
Morlo, can you go with them too, please?
Yes, I suppose.
Thank you.
I'm rather good in the forest.
Morlo
Right.
is very rapidly becoming the Eeyore of this group. Okay.
I suppose.
Nothing against you personally, Xantheon, but if someone closes the distance on you, you're a ranger and an elf. Sorry.
I have 2 short swords, and I've killed 2 people with those short swords.
You also don't have a dang near impenetrable shell on your back.
You weren't supposed to.
Or a glaive. Sorry, if I was going to be a crime boss, I would hire the turtle over the half-elf. Or that full... Are you full elf? I forget.
Half-elf. He's a
he's a
half-elf.
Half-elf.
Okay. I was
Okay.
like, am I saying the wrong thing again?
Also, do you want to be responsible for a whole small human child?
Petra brings up
You've
She's
a
been
Ish.
dragging me around
Child.
more than I've done anything for her.
shared responsibility.
I like the way that you said be responsible for a whole small human child. Like you could be responsible for half a small human child.
No, a whole one.
Or like a quarter of
You
it.
realize you're like 2 whole small human
I will
children,
have you know
right,
that I'm
Xanadu?
responsible for 3/8 of a small human child.
It's grown
Me,
so much this
Morlo,
past couple of months.
and Emma leave the city,
Okay.
I assume. Emma leading the way as always.
You guys will get
As
out
is
of the
appropriate.
city much faster than Emma and Felix will make it to the House of Ill Decision, because that's all the way on the far northern side of town. So what is it that you're wanting to do when you get out of town, Emma?
What, you mean Petra? Oh, me? Yeah. I want to go look for herbs and ingredients.
Oh, okay. Roll me a nature check, and then
Hold on.
roll-
There was
Can I help?
All right, I'm going to go ahead and roll that. But there was something I was wanting to do.
Okay.
He said he wanted to help. Are you giving me the help? Do I have advantage?
You could.
On that
Hold
garbage
on.
9.
I have proficiency in nature,
So do
so
I.
you could just. Okay, then yeah, I'll just give you the help action. Yours is
I
probably
have
better
plus
than mine.
3. What do you have?
+3.
All right.
Just, I'll give you the help action.
Hold on.
Oh,
I'll be right back,
boy,
guys. That's fantastic. Okay, I'll be right back.
Nat 20, baby.
Woo wee.
Anyone in Galesburg just hear that thunder and see that friggin' lightning?
You are frozen. Nope, you're back again.
Nope, I'm not in Galesburg.
It's
Also not in
insane.
Galesburg. I was earlier today.
I'm
I
in
heard the
Michigan.
rumbling.
I'm in Tennessee.
I
There's a
saw it.
black
I
cat.
saw it.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right now, Isaac, myself, and Ben are all in the same time zone.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's great.
You do a lot of driving.
He's got those new wheels.
Yeah, I guess that's what I do too. He's young.
Say what?
You're young.
You're old.
I mean, depends on who you ask. If you ask Isaac, I'm old. If you ask Logan, I'm kind of You guys, I'm all right.
Had to get some stuff in from outside on the deck. It's
This is a
starting
weird
to pour.
question. How old is Isaac compared to me?
I'm 18.
So am
Oh,
I.
I thought you were 17.
He was
I
when we
turned
started.
18 May.
Oh well, happy belated birthday, Isaac. Sorry.
What'd you get? What'd you get for your birthday, buddy?
A car and
Yeah.
money.
Oh, cool.
I had to keep that quiet for, I think, a couple of sessions. I knew that you were getting that.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was not a.
Nice.
That was hard to keep secret because we bought it back in November.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Isaac's he's 18 now.
Yeah, he's 18
Yeah, I know
now.
it is weird. Jody says
Where
that's
you guys
weird.
keep the car at?
We kept it in the garage at my
Wouldn't
aunt's
you
house.
like to know?
Oh,
Yeah, we got him a 2007 Toyota.
I think we lost Petra.
2017 Toyota something.
I thought it got really quiet in here for a
Toyota
second.
something.
Yeah, it's a Toyota.
Oh,
Now
she's
we're
back.
streaming all of this.
Oh, she's gone again.
I
Okay,
think
welcome to the
so-
live stream, everybody.
I think
Where we
the
talk
storm
about
is
I
trying to
have,
kill
uh,
her.
Shut up.
2000
I gotta move.
I have a 2018 Chevy Spark.
I'm
I
going.
think is what it is.
All right,
And next,
so
next week on the
18,
cast, we'll
all
talk
right.
about hair care products. Sorry, Ben.
reeling
Sorry.
it back in.
All right, reel us
All right.
in. Reel us in.
Sorry.
With a natural 20 and a total of 23, you definitely know exactly what you're looking for and go about searching for it. Go ahead and roll me a survival check at advantage to actually do the scavenging. But you said there was something specifically you wanted to do too.
Yeah, hold on. There's one. That's stealth. Ah, poopy. Why is it rolling digital dice? I didn't want that.
Okay, this is at advantage
Survival.
because there you go,
Survival.
16. Okay, so with that, you're with the 23 to know exactly what you're looking for, and 16 is a good roll to do the scavenging. You can pretty much be looking for whatever it is that you want to be looking for. What was the one thing specifically you wanted to do?
I was wanting to say that where this is the first time I've actually ever been specifically looking for anything since I've gotten my invocations,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to unknowingly cast Detect Magic.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you're looking around there, you're searching through the woods, and what is it that you want to make?
I'm looking for any ingredients for alchemist fire, acid, or basic poison.
Okay, plenty of things to find in the woods that can be distilled into a toxin or a poison. Alchemist fire.
That's going to be a bit tougher.
Yeah, but you rolled a 23. The 16 to find it might be a little rough, but yeah, okay. So you're going to be spending a little while doing this. And as you're going through and you're looking, picking through the mosses, looking at the various roots of potential plants that can be used, distilled, and fermented. You're just looking through there and just kind of thinking to yourself, humming to yourself absentmindedly, kind of talking to yourself a little bit as children tend to do, and mumbling and humming. And Xantheon, you actually notice that while this is going on, she is like actually coming very close in this little humming like intonations that she's doing. Like she gets closer and closer to the verbal components for detect magic. And it's like she's circling around it until all of a sudden she like gets it. And then all of a sudden, Emma, you are acutely aware of the magical aura emanating from the pendant that hangs around your neck.
Mm-hmm.
And from a potion that is stored in Xanthion's pouch. And it's just bizarre. It's like your eyes are opened to, actually it kind of feels like being back in the Feywild, the way that everything in the Feywild was just vibrant and alive and just teeming with life. And this isn't exactly teeming with life so much as it is just teeming with the weave. And you can almost feel it. And then as you focus and concentrate, you actually can see it. You can see a purple aura pulsing gently from the Dark Shard amulet.
Right.
It's an interesting experience.
I sort of look around and it confused, and then it takes me a minute to figure out what just happened.
And Xanthion, you witnessed it. She just cast Detect Magic, acting as though she had no idea what she was doing.
How did you do that?
I don't know.
My eyebrows touch your
Well,
Good job.
what's in your bag?
Oh, that's just a potion of hill giant strength. Don't worry about that.
What? Okay.
I technically stole it from a lady I killed.
Okay. And so I started looking around again, just looking for anything I can, still looking for herbs and keeping an eye out for more magical
Shannon,
items.
can I use a spell slot to use primal awareness to just keep us safe?
Absolutely. Actually, no, you can't, because you have not taken a long rest yet. So that has not come online yet. So, yeah.
All right.
Does calmly searching for plants count as a short rest?
No, and the reason why is because you're constantly up and down and crouching down and examining
That's
and
fair.
getting up and climbing up into trees to get a better look at like the bark and what can be used and not. So yeah, this isn't just a casual stroll. This requires like a lot of physical activity.
And unless somebody is like, hey, you gotta go back inside, I'm gonna be out here till it gets dark.
Yeah, no worries. That works. Morlo, are you just hanging out and putting up with these humanoids?
Yep, babysitting.
See,
Morlo have dark vision?
no, turtles do not have dark vision.
Okay, just gonna
They
keep that
should
in
have
mind.
water vision.
Okay. Petra and Felix, you guys head north to the House of Ill Decision. Takes you a few minutes to walk through there.
Yeah,
Jim, are you going with them, or what is Natari doing?
Please come with us, Jim.
I'm going with trouble. I mean, I'm following them.
And Foss, you see, standing at the southern outskirts, you see Natari and Felix and Petra head north, and Emma and Morlo and Xanthion head south out of town. Which is Foss just going to hang out there or follow one of them?
I'll hang out with the turtle and just kind of quietly watch. Just kind of like, what the hell are they doing now with the turtle? And the turtle's probably like, I don't know, just fucking things. And I'm like, yeah. Are we ever leaving? And that's basically it.
Classic conversation.
What'd you say, Dean?
You said Foss.
Yeah, that's Ben's character.
I know.
Oh, got it. Okay.
I
You
know.
are going to, so you guys head north through the market square, back past the Grizzle Grimlock, up into northern Haymarket, and back to the House of Ill Decision.
So on the way, make small talk with Petra and Natari too, because he's there. And yeah, so you were a pirate, Petra?
I start primping myself, like fluffing up my boobs, like slicking my hair back, like licking my paw, and like fixing myself up for the House of Ill Decision.
I turn back to Natari and say, "All right, for a man of the cloth, I'm sorry, but," and I turn back to Petra. "I'm pretty sure Lucretius will fuck you regardless."
Oh, thank you. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. I keep primping. I lick my ear tufts and slick them back. And say, yeah, I was a pirate. I grew up on a pirate ship, so.
What
and
ship?
I start drinking my drink a lot. A lotly.
Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug.
I hike up my skirts and like tack them under my belt so they're shorter.
So what ship did you sail on?
Yeah, you said earlier we've only known each other for 3 days, so it's probably best if we don't know a lot about each other right now. And we'll talk about this later. It's just a little too soon for me to be trusting all of you, like you said. So.
All right. I was saying, the only reason I ask is because it seems like we're about to work for a little bit more of an extended period.
Yeah, I fluff up my bra and go back to primping.
Natari, where are you from?
A small, deserted village called Abington.
I've heard of
Sounds
that place.
depressing.
Yeah, it's
Just a tad.
you don't want to do this. I don't know the backstory. I'm from somewhere. I'm from my mom.
Real.
Charming.
You're a religious guy, right?
Oops.
Say what?
You're a religious guy, right, Atari?
Yes, I come from. Yeah, the divine one.
Which one is that?
I don't know. Just pick one.
Well, there's plenty of them. It can't be all of them.
I mean, it takes enough time just to make one god happy, let alone all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Which week is it? It's the Holy Mother Grail thing, I think.
The Blessed
No,
Mother.
I forgot. Blessed Mother. Yes, I knew it was some mother or something.
I like the mother ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
The mother ones are cool.
That's a good one. That's a good one to serve. Yes.
Oh man.
She's all right.
Don't
I
let
hear
her catch you
mothers
saying
in
that.
theory are pretty cool too. I never had one, but like in theory they sound
Natari
awesome.
just struck down.
Wait, Cat's the mother?
Eins. Oh well.
So what's
yeah.
the Blessed Mother look like? Is she hot?
I can't answer that.
Oh, he's embarrassed. That's probably because the answer is
You've
yes.
got him on the run now.
He's on the
are not-
ropes.
Deities are not hot or not hot. They're just deities.
So if you could, fuck, marry, kill the divine conservator, the blessed mother, or the law of heaven. Which one?
Oh, I keep drinking and laugh.
I would
Or
not
my
do any
drink.
of them with your half pint little tool that you use.
Wait, what?
I wouldn't do any of them even with Felix's half pint tool that he uses.
Is that a dick joke?
Wait, are you saying that my member
I'm
is the size of a
confused.
half pint container? I'll take that one. That's pretty good, actually.
It's true. That is over exaggerated.
I'll take that. Yes.
And we will say by about
Ugh.
this point, you have arrived at the House of Ill Decision.
Once we're done with the dick comments.
The fur on the back of my neck and my spine is like straight, and I do one of those weird cat shivers, like, oh god.
When
Typical.
Shannon hears dick jokes, he knows he's given us too much free time.
Yeah.
That's my
Man,
threshold. We're right there.
I'll tell you what, though, I want to know what pound test line you use, because you just reel all of us back in with ease.
Yeah, well, it comes with experience. So You just walk straight into the tavern?
Yes.
Okay.
I kick the door open, actually, with my foot. I
Don't
kick
you
it
kick
open.
it in every single time you walk into a tavern?
Yeah. 100%.
So the door swings open with
And I
the bell,
come in
There's
tits
gonna be
first.
someone on the other side of the door at one point.
and everybody just kind of looks up from their drinks. At this point, actually, it's getting close to about time that people are going to start thinking about showing up for the dinner rush. So
Yeah.
There's a few people in there. Maybe it's about half full. Got a couple of bartenders behind the marble bar top that stretches from side to side. Everybody is paying attention to you as you sashay into
Tits
the
first.
tavern. Oh, always.
Yeah.
Have full attention.
Those are what open the
I
door.
point at the nearest stein on the bar, and I cast control ice and frost the mug and wink at whoever has the mug and walk up to the bar and say, "I'm looking for L."
And you see this dwarf just like looks at his.
And I lean
Tankard.
over on the bar. Yeah, like.
So
Cheers,
the bartender, a female halfling, was like,
friend.
what'd you say? I did miss it. Sorry. She was like, he's in his office. Can I tell him who's coming to call?
Tell him it's his favorite tabaxi slut
And Felix.
and Felix, my servants.
And she.
Oh yes,
nods
great
and-
madam.
And I swish my tail.
And Shame is dead.
And she goes off, and you hear
I hop up on the bar.
the doorway. Just the loud, vibrant laugh of Lokexus, the tiefling barkeep, and he comes out and he's got his hands clasped together like this, and his kimono-like robe is just kind of hanging about half open down his chest, and he's just looking at you and says, "Oh my dear, it has been too long."
Hasn't it though?
And he reaches out forward and he puts his hand out,
I extend my paw.
gives a little kiss right on your knuckles, and he says, "How have you been, darling?"
You know, I've just been reveling in my victories over at a tournament, guarding a chest and all. And
And as he's
This
talking,
is-
he brings 3 glasses and then looks up and brings a 4th glass up onto the table.
I cast control ice on all 3 of those as well and
they
frost the glasses.
Frost over right as he goes and starts pouring wine into each one of them.
Mhm.
It's like, wonderful, wonderful. He picks up so that he's got a stem in between these sets of fingers, so 2 wine glasses in each hand. He hands one to you, hands one over to Felix, hands one back to Natari, and then takes the other one and just takes a sip and looks over at you, Felix, and just says, "So, brother, to what do I owe this pleasure?"
He's my
Well,
bitch boy, Felix.
All right, jokes aside now.
Uh-oh.
We have a favor to ask, if you're able to help.
They always do. What can I do for you?
Scrying.
Oh. On whom?
More of a place than the person. Hopefully we find out the person when we get the place.
Okay. This sounds like business.
Yes.
Well, we pay in pleasure, so I mean that's for you to judge.
That's the only currency we accept here.
So,
But
And you'll receive it in
This
abundance.
is never discussed at the bar.
Oh,
Come.
where should we go?
And he turns and walks back through the doorway that Felix, leads to his office.
all right. I hop over the bar and follow him.
just like with a little kick flip over, like a little flourish. Felix, do you follow?
Yes.
Natari,
That's what this was.
Oh, sorry. I've got it set up so I'm only seeing the person who's speaking. So, and Natari, is Natari following?
Yes, he's
Oh
following.
God.
He missed that
Okay.
part.
Okay, got it. So Locacious leads you back into an office. Kind of looks halfway between an office and a study. Everything is mahogany and leather, and a
Smells
bookshelf
delicious.
lines the wall, and tapestries and paintings, and it just very ostentatious. And he takes a seat behind his desk. There's 2 chairs in front of the desk, so one of you is going to have to stand. So
I'll stand.
he goes back and sits behind his desk and props his feet and crosses them on the table or on the desk in front of him with his wine goblet, and he just says, "Okay, so
Did you get a new tapestry?
yes, I don't like getting bored."
Oh,
with
Wait,
my artwork.
wait.
Nice.
You two know each other?
Oh,
Yeah,
brothers.
Yes, I asked if anybody had been to the inn. I'd already been before. Have you been?
This is your brother?
Yes, of course. Don't you see the family resemblance? And I kind
I
of
do
stand up
now.
And
Petra is having a hard time with this.
let me check something real
Like the Sahara.
quick.
Had to. Trust me, just wait till you hear what Jim said earlier when you couldn't hear us.
Oh no! I hide my twinge of pseudo disgust. I don't know, just shock.
Okay, so yeah,
And
so
then
and,
I bend over really far and then sit down into the chair and cross my legs and hike up my skirts more.
and Locacious he gives like a cockeyed grin, and his tooth actually sparkles like the little ding.
Perfect.
Okay,
So, brother, yes, the business that we have, this is sanctioned by the city as well. So, the tower south of town.
I know how, but it takes up too much space. Thank you, though. Sorry, go ahead, Christian.
The tower south of town is a point of interest.
Posey always.
You fell asleep on us.
Who did?
God, you bored your own brother to sleep.
The tower south of town. Okay, you're gonna have to be a little bit more specific there.
Apparently, it is about a half a day's journey south of town. Do you know the area at all?
I don't get out of town much. I'm not much of a naturalist. I prefer the comforts of civilization. But what? Let's start at the beginning. I feel like I'm coming into the conversation halfway through. What are we doing at this tower in the south?
Okay.
This bitch boy,
Well.
tell him. Okay, that was the last one. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
You two are such a cute couple.
I know.
What can I say?
Just imagine how our kids would be.
I hack up a
Oh.
hairball.
The idea here is we found the notice on the notice board, and I hand him the piece or the book. Actually, I hand him my little book to the page where I wrote down the wording. It says something basically to the effect of test subjects needed.
That's just a little ominous. Okay.
Requiring high pain tolerance, and apparently the city thinks that the undead sightings might be connected to whoever it is working out of this tower, but we don't know the name. All we know is the general location, and it is the only building half a day's ride south of town, out in the woods.
Now watch.
So you're wanting
I'll get them
someone
for
to
you.
try and see what's up?
Needing to figure it
No,
out.
you just buy the dice.
Are you a younger brother or older brother?
Oh, much younger.
I mean, do you see the crow's feet on me? Come on.
I'm a spring chicken, Patrick. Come
I prefer Felix, to be honest.
on.
Not on that
So
kind of.
stuck on that.
I could. There's nothing I can do. That's. I mean, you're talking about getting into some powerful magic there, brother. I could check. I could check with Madame Undine and see if she would be willing to do you a favor. But I can assure you, she'll want you to do her one as well.
Well, out of game. Undine is the bailiff, right?
Huh? So what?
Undine is the bailiff.
No, Sir Hilda Undine. She is the matriarch of the Bratwasser Brewery, and she is your overall point of contact in this town, even though you've never met her. Lokexius has been your go-between because she is a very high-ranking member of the Sabian Conclave.
All right. Well, she's already given me work. Maybe she can help us out here.
I can definitely ask. Give me 2 or 3 days. I can get back to you.
That's too long. Damn. Well,
Sir Hilda and I are old friends, but she is not readily accessible at all hours of the day. I'm going to have to come calling.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Sorry, brother.
That's all right. Any points of interest? Not interest. Any points of advice on dealing with the potential necromancer and Frankensteinian individual?
Stay away.
They're paying us to go there.
Get an advance.
I already spent mine.
Good luck.
Can't you do us any favors? You know I'll repay them in full.
I could get you drunk.
Well, anyone can get me drunk, dear.
That's what I've heard.
You're gonna have to do better than that, dear.
I mean, you're talking about powerful magic here. I mean, if it's something more mundane, of course, I would be glad to help if it's something that I could do.
Are you not powerful?
Is there an equivalent, or at least an adjacent that you could perform to give
Your
us an idea of
older
the
brother
area?
came to you for help, the younger brother, and you're telling me you can't do it? He clearly knows you're more powerful than him.
The younger siblings tend to be more powerful.
Let me
Yeah. Shh.
tell you what. When are you taking off on this wild goose chase?
Whenever we're ready.
Yes.
As soon as we're ready.
At the earliest, we would have to take off before first light tomorrow.
Before first light.
But we can always postpone.
No. I don't want to hold you up. Just let me do a little
Are
bit
you
of
sure you
reading.
don't
If
want to
I
hold me
find-
up?
Well, I mean, are you busy?
Wait. We have till sunlight.
I can do a lot.
I'm so uncomfortable.
You're not even there, and you're
You're not even there. You're Emma.
I'm so uncomfortable.
Just like out in the woods, all of a sudden, Xanthion just feels really weird.
Like if somebody had detect magic, they would just see like this wave of cringe.
All right, tell you what. If I'm gonna find anything, I'm gonna find it probably within the next few hours. Anyway, you're gonna be in town tonight, right?
Of course.
You're staying at Rumscorn's place, the Grimlock.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. I tell you what. If I find anything that will be of help, I will come calling on you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Your friend doesn't say much.
No, he's off in his own little world.
That's all right.
I finally figured out what god he serves.
I hear she's
I
really
poke him with a
attractive.
stick. I poke him with a stick, just kind of wake him up.
All right.
See,
So,
nothing.
okay. So, what are you guys doing now?
I'm head back
Well-
to the Grizzle Grimlock.
Yep. Till then,
Okay.
I
Goodbye,
flash my
brother.
booty as I walk out.
All right. So you guys head back to the Grizzled Grimlock. You guys going back together? Anything else you guys want to do?
Let me get the fuck out of there.
Okay. So you guys head back to the inn. Emma, Xanthion, Morlo, Phocion. It starts Are you guys doing anything else? Let me put it that way. You guys, it's about 4:30 in the afternoon at this point, and Emma said she's staying out until dark. So, is there anything else you guys are doing?
Just
Can I be on the lookout for like? This is gonna sound weird, but like wolf, like dead wolf bodies, so I can skin them because the guy said I could bring them in.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you can be on the lookout for them. Roll a survival check.
Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20.
Okay.
Do we see a goblin with a wand?
Let me check.
Or an orc?
You do not. You also do not see an orc.
Because
And let me just see if you see a wolf. No, you are 100% certain that there are no dead wolf bodies in the area with a roll of 21.
is there a live wolf?
No, you do not come across any live wolves.
I don't think they'd be
that's
just at the tree line of the city.
Right, yeah. They
Because
would
that's
keep their
basically where
distance a
she's
little
at.
bit more. Okay, so afternoon passes into evening. The sun starts to go down. You have found a variety of various items that can be used for mundane alchemical purposes.
All right.
I will get with you out of game, and we can determine what your inventory looks like. But those were good rolls, so you're going to have enough to make a few different things with that.
All right.
Okay, so it starts heading into evening. Is there anything anybody wants to do tonight?
Petra is weirdly quiet the rest of the night and just goes to bed.
Got it. Okay.
Going to bed.
Dantheon hangs back in the forest for a while.
Okay. Like long after dark?
Yeah, just because like he's really comfortable there.
Well, if
Got
Anthion's staying out, Emma's probably staying too.
Kid's really cramping your style, man.
Emma's gonna collect stuff as long as she can until
Cool.
somebody tells her to go
He's
inside.
gonna,
I'm looking over Morlo and be like, do you think we
Emma's gonna
should
be
just leave him out here?
partnering.
I think so.
You think we should just watch them get eaten?
Maybe. Could be fun.
Guys,
It's like the two dads at like the recital in the back row.
I bet you 2 gold that the little girls survive longer.
Did Xantheon?
okay. Whoa,
Yeah,
whoa, whoa,
yeah,
whoa, whoa.
yeah.
Hold up.
I'm not taking that bet.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, that means he'd agree with him.
Wait.
Oh, come on! I got 2 gold. We
We
can
all
get
have
we
2
can
goals.
we can get a bet going. Come on, 2 gold.
What's the over under on 2 minutes?
You may not want to say that loud enough for your girlfriend to hear, dude. I'm just saying.
It's okay. She's kind of giving me the weird look all night so far. Oh, well, fuck it.
Yeah, well. I mean, your girlfriend's watching you play Dungeons and Dragons. I think this is a relationship built to last.
I'd help her.
He has a girlfriend,
Jim shows back up.
and it's not a blow-up thing.
Yes, Jim. I have a girlfriend. I'd be
You guys
more
have a
amazed if you
plot?
had a hairline. Yes, I have a girlfriend.
All right. So,
All right. Oh, kid.
so daylight fades. You guys stay out in the woods for a while past dark.
I'm a look. Are Morlo and Foss just like standing out there, just like staring at us?
Just hanging out. Yeah. Literally, like the two dads at the cookout who stand off by them out talking football.
Mon Baba! Hit that damn ball.
Okay.
Oh, she loves you.
Never mind. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay. At this point, we'll say it is about 9 o'clock at night. You guys heading back to the inn?
I'm staying out. I'm still staying out.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I rest. I'm gonna take a short rest.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then,
I'm dead asleep already.
Xanthion hasn't been doing anything. He's been like sitting there like carving in the dirt with a short sword.
And I just should have go sit down next to him for a little while.
Yeah,
Take a short rest.
short rest in the middle of the forest.
And organize everything I've gotten so far.
That's fine.
How long is a long rest?
A long rest
Long
is
rest
8 hours.
8 hours.
Yeah, I wanna-
6
I'm-
hours of sleep and 2 hours of light activity.
Yeah, I'm zonked. I want to take a long rest.
Got it.
I just want to take a short rest so I can get some hit points.
I miss short rest because
Okay.
I am warlock.
So you guys take a short rest during all of this, so you guys can.
All of us?
Yeah, you guys can take one in the
Okay.
woods too. Yeah, no problem.
Okay. All right.
So if you guys want to roll hit dice to get hit points back, you can.
Oh, that's the wrong keyboard.
I want to find a quiet spot and pray for all 9 of Petra's souls.
All right, sounds good.
She's gonna need him.
I want to talk to Emma and say, how did you just happen across detect magic? That's not just something people do.
Well, I don't know. I just was looking around and then things started glowing.
You understand how little sense that makes, right?
No.
You're from the Feywild. I don't know why any of this is surprising to me.
I mean, yeah, a random guy did just show up in your room. You have some weird experiences with the Feywild.
Okay, he brought me the amulet you're wearing around your neck right now.
Well, how'd you figure out detect magic? The
Something I learned.
the sea thing. Did you just figure it out? So that's what I did.
I was raised with druids all around me.
Someone needs a nap.
Magical being.
Okay. And how did they figure it out?
Every part of me wants Xanthion to slap Emma across the face. But I'm not gonna do it.
What a sassy girl!
How did they figure it out?
Xanthion just gets so mad he just starts walking off into the forest, like deeper.
I follow.
Oh my god, we're gonna die out here.
This reminds me of Community when Pierce doubles down on his stubbornness.
Oh god, Community.
I love this show.
Anything by Dan Harmon is good.
Let's see.
All right, so you have wandered off into the woods. Foss, Morlo, you just see Emma and Xanthion get into an argument, and Xanthion storms off.
All right, sorry about that. I'm back. What's up?
Because you very clearly lost.
It looks like I'm gonna follow them so they don't die, and I'll start walking off if Morlo's gonna follow or not. Well, are you coming, Turtle? He's not listening.
I like how little faith this entire party has in Xanthion.
Dude,
I wouldn't say little faith, but there are definitely some red flags.
You guys are betting that Emma would survive longer than me.
No, we weren't betting.
They weren't betting because they all agreed on it.
We were agreeing.
Well, Morlo, I'm going to follow them to make sure that they're not going to die in the woods, or at least drag them back.
Yeah, let's go. It'll be fun.
I'm going to try to catch up to them.
Oh, you catch up pretty easily. I mean, this is not heavy woodland. I mean, this is just the outskirts. There are a few trees that lead into the forested areas south of town.
You all do know you're running around in woods that they say that the undead are populating.
The woods are fun!
I do really good in forest areas.
Zuzu, I have no faith in you whatsoever. And then the little girl, she just popped up from some weird place. So I believe we should go back, find out where everybody is, because we don't have a plan. And we need to figure out a plan, because a plan makes things come together. And we obviously need to come together. Everybody's going on their own little place. And I've got to be a guinea pig to this whatever tomorrow. So come on, we need sleep.
Then go back, man. Emma will be fine.
I heard come together like 5 times. You are either now Beetle or you are Hannibal. And if you get both of those references, then God bless you.
Oh, I get them. Well, all right. Don't die. See you in the morning, maybe.
You'll see
You
us
don't
in the
die
morning,
either.
yes.
It's kind of like when parents send their
Yeah,
kids
don't die,
off.
Foss. We
Morlo,
need you. If
2
you die,
gold.
they're gonna make
2
me do
gold.
it.
The little girl
Time
will
to say
survive.
goodbye. Time to say farewell.
Okay, so Foss heads back to the inn.
Yeah, I'm heading back to the end. I need rest. I took more than half my damage.
Yeah,
Half my
I
hit
know.
points.
Okay, so you head back to the Grizzled Grimlock. Morlo, you hanging out in the woods in the dark, or are you heading back too?
I'm gonna stick with the 2 kids.
Okay, so you're babysitting.
Yeah.
Xanthion, Emma, how long are you staying out in the woods in the night?
I'm staying till Xanthion leaves. It is a stubborn 10-year-old. What do
I'm
you
gonna slap
expect?
this kid across the face. Oh my god.
Actually,
So
if they
sassy.
settle down again, I'm gonna roll a con to see if Emma falls asleep in the woods.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I walk about. I've walked for like 5 minutes and then I stop to sit down again. Just
Okay.
because I don't want to get too far out.
Got it.
And Emma sits down next to him, and just sort of poking around the general area.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead and roll me a Constitution saving throw. And you are out.
That's amazing.
Like literally sits down beside you. Just, I mean, in absolute classic style, just like wound up, ready to go, annoying the crap out of you the moment they stop moving. And she kind of leans over.
She's leaning on Xanthion.
That's what I'm saying. She leans over and like
I could just
kind of
I
nestles.
could just
her.
leave her here. No one would. I could say she got lost.
We're not doing that, Xanthion.
Like the joke.
Oh, I forgot
every
more of
parent
those.
says.
And I
I could just
and I look
leave
at
her
him.
here.
Morlo looks at Xanthion and says, "We're not doing that," and then snaps his jaws. Just for effect.
Okay, I wasn't actually gonna do it.
You're pretty sure when he snaps his jaw, they might have an eyeball stuck between his teeth.
That's so gross.
Okay.
I feel like they just carry Emma back to the city.
Oh, you're out. Nothing is waking you up. You are sleeping
Oh,
the
yeah.
sleep that only children can sleep.
I am well aware.
Must be nice. I stay out for another hour and then I look at Morlo. I'm like, we do have a big day ahead of us tomorrow. We need to head back.
Okay.
And you should probably be the one to carry Emma.
I can carry Emma.
It's been a while
I mean, I could.
since you've carried a sleeping child in your arms, Morlo.
Yes.
And it's kind of a comfortable feeling. Brings back old memories.
Definitely.
You make your way back in through the southern tip of the forest as it butts up against the edge of Elms Lane, and up through southern Haymarket, past the dormitorium, past Salvage, and Elms Lane's actually starting to get a little familiar to you guys at this point. You've been there for a few days, and you find your way back to the Grizzled Grimlock. The market square is empty and quiet at this time of night. It's probably pushing 11 o'clock by now. The lamps are lit. It's a nice quiet night, Wednesday night, middle of the week. All of the merchants are tucking into bed at this point. The common rooms of the inns and the taverns are starting to thin out a little bit, and you guys make it back to the inn. Put Emma to bed. Are you guys tucking in for the night too?
Amma in her kerchief and
Yeah.
I in my cap.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
I take a long rest. Or I guess I don't think I can now.
No, you can. You still can.
Okay. I just wasn't sure how late we
Morlo,
were out.
Morlo, you head back to your room after putting Emma to bed and tuck in for the night. However, a turtle would fit into a bed. I'm not really sure what the logistics of that would be.
Just like
And Felix, you're already asleep. Petra, you're asleep. Natari, you have tucked in to bed. So Xanthiana was nice to be out in the woods for that amount of time. That's the longest you've been out in the woods since you fought the undead creatures in the forest clearing, tracking them, thinking that they were a hunting party. You kind of are bleary-eyed, and you walk through the doorway, rubbing your eyes with the palm of your hand and ready to just let your head hit the pillow. And as you walk in the door of your inn room, you hear, "Oh, good, you're back." And you blink, and there is a spring Eladrin standing in the middle of your room wearing a cloak of ivy.
you're back.
Yes, I just said that. Welcome.
I'm still. I guess it makes. How do you get in here?
Let's take a walk. And he starts moving for the door past you. Do you follow?
Yeah.
So as you step through the doorway, you find yourself not in the upstairs hallway of the Grizzled Grimlock, but instead in a colonnade overlooking a lush, overgrown forest bathed in the orange light of dusk. The air is thick with humidity and is filled with a cacophony of sounds from insects, birds, beasts, and unimaginable creatures. This place is more teeming with life and vibrance than anywhere you have ever seen, though the Shrouded Weald perhaps came close. And the Eladrin walks, his hands tucked underneath his cloak of ivy, down the colonnade. And the colonnade stretches infinitely far ahead of you, just an unending walkway framed with columns on either side overlooking this expansive, lush, overgrown forest. And you take a look behind you and back the other way, exactly the same thing, just seeming to stretch on into infinity. Just a walkway through the heart of nature. So, how are you?
Oh, that hit something.
Good. Emma got the amulet.
Excellent. Excellent. That will come
You
in
could have
handy.
told me what it was.
Yes, I could have.
She might have gotten it sooner.
She still got it.
I guess you're right.
So are you ready for this?
Ready for what?
The promise.
Yes, I'm ready.
Oh, shit.
Good. Do you have any questions?
Why me?
Because you promised. That was your choice. That was not ours.
I understand.
You see, Xanthion, all the worlds that are, and ever were, and ever will be, form a circle. And within that circle, all life resides. And so all life shares a common essence, no matter how vastly different two living things may seem, because nothing can exist outside the circle. With your history, I'm sure you'll agree that the best hunter is the hunter that can best track their prey. And so it stands to reason that the best of all hunters is the hunter who learns to discern, track, and hunt this very essence of life. This is a skill you must master if you are to have any hope of being successful in your charge of protecting the child and seeing her safely back to her home. And so, the Summer Queen has made it my charge to help you hone this skill. And you walk on down the Colonnade.
Lily, don't watch this.
Xanthion is just speechless. He doesn't know what to say.
Okay. You walk for a few minutes. And finally, the colonnade opens up on one side. Actually, it opens up in both sides. The columns stop for a period into a round courtyard to your left, overlooking a wide expanse of forest. To the right, a round flagstone courtyard. One second.
It's funny, dude.
In the center of the courtyard, there is a single column that stands, and from the top of this column extends a chain. The chain leads down to the collar of a dog, the largest dog you have ever seen, that lies curled up, sleeping, snoring softly. Its gigantic barrel chest rising and falling in a soft rumble. This thing is easily, not counting the tail, 8-10 feet in length. You would have to imagine that standing up, its shoulders would be as tall as you are, its head probably a good 3 feet above that. And the Eladrin continues forward. Do you follow?
Xanthion pauses for a second, and then he just follows.
Okay. There are ways, means that we have to be able to discern what place life has in the circle. You will see things. You have seen things that are unusual. And he takes a step forward. Things that you will face with no idea, no preconceived notion of what they are, of what to do. Thankfully, you have a leg up on most. You know how to listen to the symphony of nature. It is a skill that not many ever learn. It is a skill you must hone. It is a skill that can be the difference between survival and oblivion. The threat that you face in Lord Malov is significant. He will hunt you. You are used to being the hunter, not the prey. This is not an easy task that you have taken upon yourself. Takes another step forward.
Santion pauses again because he's like scared about what's gonna happen. Then he just.
And as you step
continues
up
forward.
those stairs, getting onto the same level as this creature, the spring eladrin beside you gives out a shrill, piercing whistle. And the animal in front of you begins to stand up and shake. And as it turns around, you see, as it swings around to face you, that the face is not canine, but rather perfectly humanoid with canine features and a grotesquely long neck stretching out from its body to a human face and red eyes with a long beard and sharp canine teeth staring you, with its eyes staring you down. And it sets back on its haunches and it raises its human face up to the sky and it lets out a piercing, baleful moan. I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
All of us?
Nope, you are not there.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, this is fascinating.
You guys are fast asleep in your
Okay.
beds.
Perfect.
He's not gonna.
You feel your heart freeze in your chest. You have never felt fear like what courses through your veins at the sound of this howl. It pierces your bones, and you want nothing more than to run screaming back down the columnade. But the Eladrin reaches out and grabs your forearm and will not let you go. And he points forward to where you can see Pain holding strong around the creature's neck. And again, the dog looks forward and howls again. I need you to roll me another wisdom save.
I'm +0, please.
It's all right. Still, the fear is not subsiding. You are currently under the frightened condition, which means if you try to attack this thing, you're going to have disadvantage and you cannot willingly step any closer to it. The Eladrin beside you says, "Don't give in to your fear, but respect it. Fear is natural. Fear tells you that there is something worth being afraid of. Now, reach out. Hone your senses. Steady yourself. The creature takes a step forward toward you. Tell me, how would you face this thing?
Santheon just says a bunch of gibberish because he doesn't know how to form a sentence. He's petrified right now.
Go ahead and roll me another wisdom saving throw.
Petrified.
Nice.
Why is that not your moniker? That needs to be your moniker now. You've been petrified.
can't be a moniker if you spend half the time asleep.
And you take a deep breath, and you can you steady yourself for just a moment, and you can feel the pounding of your heart still a bit in your chest, and the fear starts to subside slightly, and the frightened condition fades, and you regain your senses. Seeming to sense this, the Spring Eladrin releases your forearm. Steady yourself. What would you do? How would you face this creature?
I raise my hand and cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay. How can you know? How can you know that that will be effective? What's your plan of attack, Xanthion? These are the things you need to know. You know how to listen to the symphony of nature. Why don't you try listening a little closer?
Okay, I know what you're saying now. I use Hunter's Sense.
Okay. And you reach out, and it's like you can hear the melody that this creature adds to the symphony of nature. You can hear its place in the orchestra. And you close your eyes and you sense for a moment, and you become aware. And that hunter sense is the one that tells you about immunities and protections, right?
Resistance and vulnerabilities.
And you realize that this creature is immune to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks that are not silvered. And it just, you realize in just a moment, after all of this time growing up around your father and hearing in the deepest parts of the Shrouded Weald about listening to and hearing the symphony of nature, it makes more sense to you at this moment than it has ever made before. And you know what it would take to hunt this beast now. Very good. Now, using that same thought, how can you use its weaknesses against it? How can you most efficiently strike?
I would need Sylvan material.
Yes. But even then, if you had the proper tools, do you know how you could most lethally strike this thing? You've used magic to aid you. Is there anything else you could do? Don't see with your eyes. Feel with your senses. Let your instincts tell you where to strike.
I wish Morlo would have took that bet. I'd be 2 gold richer.
Thanks. Just
Strange men leading him off into magical places.
Hey, Logan, check the chat.
Oh, I see now. Okay. All right. Bonus action, Slayer's Prey.
Mm-hmm. And so you focus, and you're used to Hunter's Mark. You're familiar with that, with using the spirits of nature and the natural weave of magic that courses throughout all of the natural world to help you lock in. But that requires casting a spell, and you still have that going. You still have your Hunter's Mark, and it is marked. And then on top of that, it's almost like a sixth sense in the back of your mind that basically does the same thing, but on top of what the magic is doing for you. It's like allowing your connection with nature to tell you how and where to strike this thing. And you hear the Eladrin say, very good. Very good. You're a quick learner. You might just have a chance of surviving. Come, let's get you back. You need your rest. You've got a big day tomorrow. And he turns and starts walking away.
Lily, you missed it. Lily, come here. Yeah, it's really funny.
You're just standing there.
I'm just standing there.
This giant dog with a humanoid face is just staring at you down and growling. Just like the hair up on its hackles.
I turn up to him, and like, you don't want me to, like, kill that thing? It's just gonna stay here. That's just the thing it does.
And without missing a beat, still walking away, the Eladrin just says, that thing would eat you alive. It's our pet. Come on.
I follow him.
And he leads you back to an archway. About the same amount of distance that you had walked down the column, just kind of an area where the archway between the columns looks just a little bit different than all of the ones that came before it. And as he walks up to it, you hear him say a word. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
She was so proud of herself.
God damn it.
Oh, such a cute
Wow.
20.
And although you can feel it as he speaks the word, it's like you hear the word and it wants to slip out of your mind. Like it is trying to retreat from your consciousness the moment that it registers in your mind, but you are actually able to latch on and remember the word that he spoke. And it's a very bizarre feeling because you know that this word is powerful. And as he steps through the column, do you step with him?
Yes.
And you walk through the doorway back into your room in the Gristle Grimlock. Rest well, Xanthion. I'm certain I will be in touch as the Summer Queen fancies lending you aid. Good job. And he walks out the door.
What was the word?
I'll send it to you. All right. Everyone takes a long rest. Mark it off. Everybody gets your full spell slots back, hit points to maximum.
Fully thought I was gonna have to roll a new character next week.
Yeah. That Voss was right. That would have been an easy 2 gold for him. Felix, if you want to swap out one sorcerer spell with a new spell, using the mechanics we talked about from the Unearthed Arcana, you can.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah. I was just
sorry.
saying, after a long, it's been a long rest now, so if you want to swap out one of your known sorcerer spells with another of the same level, you can. At this point, this is the point after a long rest where all of your new abilities would come online from leveling up. The level up is now official. Morning comes. Actually, everyone gets inspiration. This is fantastic. If you don't already have inspiration, please mark it. Fantastic job with character development tonight. And we will be wrapping up here in just a moment. But morning comes. You all come to your senses. You wake up. The new day has dawned, and I assume you guys are all wanting to get going fairly early in the day. Is that correct? Felix,
Yes,
you never heard from Locacious.
Yeah, just best to head out.
Yeah. So you all wake up and stir and start rousing yourself. It's probably about 6 a.m. because you said you wanted to head up before first light. Not having any way to actually wake you up before first light. Some of you slept in a little bit more. You all come to and start getting your stuff together. And Petra, you wake up and stretch and arch your back and curl your tail and kind of groom yourself and start getting yourself ready for a long trudge through the woods to the south. And you look over and you notice a dagger that does not belong to you stuck into your nightstand right beside your bed.
Shit. I say in game. Okay, I inspect the dagger.
So as you walk over and you see the dagger, it's a very simple looking dagger. There's nothing on the dagger itself that would be any sort of identification. It's very common, just a leather wrapped handle. But it is stuck through a piece of paper into the wood of the nightstand.
Okay. What's it say?
So you pull out the dagger, and it's a tiny folded piece of paper, just tiny. And you open it up, and you see that.
Ooh!
And that's where we'll pick up next time.
Ah! Dum dum dum!
Next time, curiosity kills the cat.
That's awesome.
Well, looks like we're gonna find out who took that pearl.
All right. Excellent, guys. Anybody not available for a session a week from now sometime?
Do we get experience?
If it's okay with you, actually, I will roll experience over into the next session. Since we didn't do really a lot of skill checks or anything like that. Yes, you did get XP for role playing and social interaction, but it's not going to be very much. So if it's okay with you, I'd like to roll it into the next session.
Yeah, that's fine.
Might be better if that's okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. So yeah, no, you don't go empty-handed on this, but I'm just going to roll it over because this was all basically social interaction tonight. So it's worth XP, but I'll just give you a bigger lump sum so it kind of feels better to get a bigger number next time. Okay?
All right.
Anybody not available for like sometime later on next week?
Should be fine. There's some stuff going on, but I should be able to make it.
How about we just chat on the chat?
I'm
Sound
free
good?
pretty much all week.
You have no life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm right there with
I
you.
have no
So-
life until
Welcome
the
to summer.
7th, and when I can get my license.
Nice. All right. Cool.
Thank God, I'll have freedom.
Freedom!
Very cool. Very cool. All right, guys. Fantastic tonight. Really had a blast. You guys.
I had fun.
This.
Hooray.
I hope you all had fun
characters
too.
are awesome.
Xanthion almost died.
Yeah.
Xanthion almost killed a small child out of pure stubbornness.
Yeah, Xanthion.
No, I was gonna kill you.
Petra
thought-
warned you.
I thought they were gonna feed him to the
I was
dog
gonna stop.
for like wanting to like leave her in the woods.
All right.
Hansel
I
and
didn't
Gretel.
want to leave her. Wasn't gonna do it. Just gonna think about it for a while.
And Morlo should have took that bet.
On that note of child abandonment.
You would have won.
All right.
We don't
peoples.
know yet. Emma hasn't. Emma's already died, actually.
It's been fun.
She was
All right.
dead the whole time.
Daddy, bye.
Everything
guys.
is everything past this is a dream session that Emma has dreamed up in her last moments.
Well, I will see all of you all
Because
later.
Xanthion ran her through in the forest.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for setting this up, Ben. Appreciate it.